What's going on? Chase Reiner here, and today I want to talk to you about how to make money online with bots. And if you're brand new and you've never made a dollar online, don't worry, you're in the right place. Everybody starts somewhere. I started somewhere. I started actually in a garage, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I don't come from a place where I had a ton of money or opportunity either. And if you're in a position where you're like, look, I don't know what I'm doing, I need to make money, and I really need a step-by-step guide to do that, that's what I want to give you today. Now, let me show you this $3,236. It's only 8:38 a.m. And I've actually made more than that if you combine how much I've made on different affiliate platforms as well. I promote other people's tools. I make money doing that as well. I have my own software. And so this is just one of the ways that I'm making money that I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to also give you a bunch of different options for you to choose from, whether you want to make money selling services, whether you want to make money selling products, whether you want to make money selling other people's products. And look, I'm not going to overwhelm you though. I'm not going to give you too much information where you don't know what to do. I want to give you a clear direction on how you can get started, especially if you're new. And you can see also in the last 4 weeks, $161,000 just through Stripe. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how a ton of other people in the program that I've been teaching are getting success as well with the methods that I'm going to give you to you today. But before I do that, let me go into who I am, because I know a lot of people who watch my videos have no idea who I am. This is where I grew up. I grew up in a mobile home in a town called Santa Barbara, California. And I had a single mom raise me. My dad left the picture when I was younger, and he wound up actually dying when I was around 16 years old from a drug overdose. And that actually put me in a pretty bad spot when I was younger. I wound up getting diagnosed with ADHD, and I went overboard on the medication they gave me, and I wound up getting kicked out of my house and moving into a sober living home due to the addiction that I wound up getting from those prescription medications. Now, I wound up eventually turning it around, and I started working at places like Starbucks, Radio Shack. I'm not going to give you the full story because it'll bore you. I don't want to dive too deep into the details, but I will say that I'm telling you this because I don't come from a place where I had a ton of money or opportunity. I dropped out of high school. I dropped out of college. I was working regular jobs like this one, and I knew that I needed to find a better way to be able to grow something that I could maintain and make money off of, but also do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And I knew that working a 9-to-5 job forever was not a good option for me. At the time, it was a fun thing to do because I was younger, and it helped me pay rent at this garage that I was living in. So this is the garage that I moved into, and I started doing YouTube videos, and I was teaching people how to do random things like add people on Facebook to a group. And, I was just doing anything I could to figure out how to make money. That's my garage door in the background. And eventually, as I started growing, I was able to start speaking at conferences and blah, 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 make money and that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, again, the reason why I tell you this isn't because I want you to feel bad for me and see that I'm making a bunch of money now and now I have success. I'm telling you this stuff because I think it's important for you to know that I'm not somebody that got handed money. I'm not somebody that was super well educated and, graduated college or even high school. In fact, I'm just like pretty much any other person that starts out, from the bottom and had to figure everything out themselves. So the only reason why I have the income that I have today is because I put in the work, and I've put in, close to 7 years now doing what I'm about to share with you today. And I've consolidated it into one program that I've been teaching called the AI Profits Program, or Profits Course. And it's over 50 videos now. I'm still adding to it. But in this program, I show you everything you need to do step by step. But before you consider getting into the program, I want to talk to you about how it works, because obviously you shouldn't buy something if you don't know what you're buying, right? So let's talk about what we're doing inside of the program and what I'm doing to make money and how I'm automating. Now, first of all, let's talk about what is a bot. Now, a bot can be anything, right? It can be any sort of system that helps you automate what you do online. So an internet bot, web robot, or simply bot is a software application that runs automated tasks over the internet. Now, I have a few different bots that I use. It's not just one. And the thing is that when you start out, you don't necessarily have to have a ton of bots. In fact, you can start out with no bots and still make money. And so it just depends on how much money you want to make. Now, if you wanted to shoot for, let's say, $1,000 a day, or even, let's say, $300 a day, you're not going to need as many bots as what I'm currently using to get started. So if you see all this money coming in, you might be thinking, well, Chase has to spend a ton of money in order to maintain that. No, I don't even spend money on ads right now. I'm going to break down how much I spend. It's around $100 to $200 a month. And like I said, if you're doing even half of what I'm doing, you probably won't even need to spend that. Okay. So just know that whatever bots that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video, most of them are optional. I'll talk about the ones that are necessary, but most of them you're not even going to need when you start out. So how does the system work? So what we do is we use a couple different bots, and one of the main bots is one that follows up. So you have traffic, and then you have opt-ins, and then you have follow-up. And if you don't know what that means, let me explain it. So traffic basically means you're driving traffic somewhere. Where are you driving it? Usually to some sort of opt-in. Now, if you're watching this video and you're on my landing page, you're probably got taken to an opt-in. Let me show you. So an opt-in is something that somebody has to enter their email in order to join or see more information about a certain offer. Now, we can actually have bots follow up with the people that enter their email, and we can tell them about why they should buy the program or why they should buy whatever. It doesn't have to just be for a course. It could be for a service. It could be for a tool. It could be for anything. I have the same sort of system set up as well for my software. This is a software I've been building. It has over 1,100 paid subscribers, and I make around $400,000 to $500,000 a year with this software. And if you click on it here, you can see it asks you for an email to create an account. Now, I have bots follow up with the people that are entering their emails to try out the tool. So it doesn't have to be one sort of opt-in or the other. In fact, it really just depends on what you're offering. But anytime you get traffic, you want to build an opt-in. So that way you can follow up and nurture the relationship that you're going to be trying to close. Now, the last thing we have is the sale. So if we can build traffic and then we can build an opt-in, then we can sell something, because what we're doing is we're turning cold traffic into warm traffic. Okay. Now, how do we do that? With automation. So we can automate the traffic, we can automate the opt-ins in the follow-up, and we can pretty much automate the sales as long as we keep driving people from the top all the way down to the bottom. So I'll give you an example of this. Every day I wake up, I have a routine that I follow to drive traffic. I get traffic from bots that I use to send out messages to website owners, and I'll show you how that works in a second. I get traffic from people who watch my YouTube videos. I get traffic from people who watch my TikToks. And the cool thing is you can automate all of these different channels, but it just really depends on how much you want to automate. If you want to only automate just bot traffic, you can. If you want to automate YouTube traffic and hire somebody to do your YouTube videos for you, or you can use bots to make your YouTube videos, you can do that. But just remember, anytime you automate something, you usually lose value. So the more you automate, the less value you get. And so what I recommend is don't just only use automation. You want to combine automation with some manual stuff. And really, if you can combine automation with what you do manually, which is showing that you're a real person, showing that you are not just some sort of behind the scenes robot, what's going to happen is you're going to get a huge increase in sales. And I'll explain all of that in a second. Let me just, before we get too technical, let me just show you so you can visually see what one of these bots looks like. If I go to my remote desktop connection, I can log into a bot. that will send out about 1 million messages a day for me. Now, with these millions of messages, we can get around a couple hundred opt-ins per day, people entering their emails to get more information about the things that I'm offering. And so this is one of the bots. You can see we have over 1 million messages loaded up, or 1 million websites loaded up, and we can send messages to those every single day. Now, this is something that probably won't be necessary when you start, because when you're starting, even if you started doing, a few thousand messages a day, you can still get a ton of people interested in your offers. The only difference is when you're sending messages to a page where you want somebody to enter their email, it usually takes more traffic or more messages than if you're just asking them to respond to an email. So when you're sending out millions of messages, you're going to very quickly get, or thousands of messages, you're going to very quickly get an inbox full of autoresponder messages, and also people just responding. At a certain point, though, when you start scaling beyond, let's say 10, 20, million messages, or, websites that you're contacting, that's when you usually just don't even look at your email, because you're going to get so many people responding to your emails and so many autoresponders hitting your emails. It's better to just send people directly to a landing page. So either way, that's one of the bots that you can run. You can also follow what I do, which in the program I show you. I give you the scripts you need to use. I tell you the types of videos you should make. I show you what you should automate versus what you shouldn't. But I give you a step-by-step schedule where you basically work a couple hours a day following what I do, and you're going to be able to bring in a ton of traffic and opt-ins, because at the end of the day, the only thing that we really care about is, are we bringing in new opt-ins every day? So when I log into my email every day, I basically see money. And what I mean by that is that when you're getting emails and you're focusing on building as many relationships as you can, you're going to be able to make a ton of money as long as you're focusing on nurturing those emails. So you can see, again, it's 8:50 a.m. I've already got 109 people opting in to find out more about what I'm offering. And so again, it doesn't matter if you're offering services, doesn't matter if you're offering courses, doesn't matter if you're offering software, doesn't matter if you're doing affiliate. If you can build email opt-ins like this, you can automate your follow-up like this and tell them more about your offer. So really what we want to do is we want to just focus on every single day. When we're starting out, like if you're starting out right now, you would want to try to focus on bringing in maybe 10 to 20 new email opt-ins a day. It doesn't matter how you do that though. If you do it with bots, if you do it with videos, if you do it with YouTube, and that's what's cool about this is you can choose what you want to automate. If you want to automate, the follow-up, great. If you want to automate the outreach, great. If you want to automate all of it, great. But at a certain point, you want to figure out what you want to, do yourself and what you want to have bots or, people help you with, okay? So let's talk about we already talked about the time investment. I would recommend 1 to 2 hours a day. It's optional though. It just depends on how much you want to scale it. Now let's talk about the cost investment. So if you're using the outreach bots like the one I just shared with you, the one-time payment is $97. I don't own the tool. It's somebody else's tool, and I'm actually in the process of figuring out what it would cost to build our own tool, so I can just include it in the program. But it's a one-time fee for $97. If you want to be able to break CAPTCHAs, like those little those things that say confirm that you're not a robot, that program, they also sell. It's the same company. It's $147. It's optional. You don't need it to start. It does help the success rate. Proxies, you can scrape your own proxies or you can get them private for $11 per month. Virtual private server, that's if you want to log into a separate computer, that's $9. And you can actually buy pre-built contact form lists too if you don't want to scrape your own. And that will usually cost $100 to $200 a month. Now, here's the thing. If you don't know what any of this stuff means and you're like, Chase, this is complete gibberish, don't worry. You can grab this program that I'm going to be sharing with you in a second, and you can hand it to somebody that understands this lingo, right? If you don't know what a VPS is or a proxy or whatever, you can grab the program, You can send the program. It's a spreadsheet. You can send the spreadsheet program to a online virtual assistant, which I show you how to get in the program. Virtual assistants usually are like $4 or $5 an hour, and probably within 50 to $100, you could get somebody to set this stuff up for you. Okay, but this is how you would automate the outreach. If you wanted to automate the follow-up, something like some sort of email software, I mean, you're looking at like 50 to $100 a month. But again, half of this is a one-time fee here, and then it just depends on how much you want to automate. But you're usually not looking at spending. I mean, it's probably under like $500 a month if you want to maintain, And the truth is, you're not going to spend that money until you start making it, right? Because you're not going to really need to spend a ton of money, investing in more proxies or more, subscribers on your email list or any of that stuff until you start having those sales in the first place. So the way this program is built is to scale with you, right? If you make, even if you start making YouTube videos, because like I tell you, or like I told you in the beginning of this, if you start making YouTube videos and you do those manually and you follow the videos that I create and you start getting some opt-ins, you could get away with probably spending $50 a month on just follow-up or with email bots to do follow-up. So don't worry about not having a large monthly investment. Just know that you can get started. Put in a little bit of money, maybe even start with something for free, do some videos, do some posts like what I show you in the program. And as you start building opt-ins, you start making sales, then invest in the tools, okay? Now, how long does it take to make money? It really depends on what you're selling. So if you're selling what I give you in the program, I actually give you the ability to sell a few things in the program, and I'm adding more stuff in there. You can sell my ShineRanker tool. You can sell this course. You get percentages on whatever you sell. And what I mean by that is commissions. So if you sell the ShineRanker tool, you get 30% reoccurring commissions for anybody who signs up for the ShineRanker tool. And the cool thing is I even give you all of the swipe files. So when you have opt-ins, when somebody opts in to try the ShineRanker tool, I have all of the emails already set up. So you can just load them up into your email software and add your link in, because you'll get an affiliate link. And you can start mailing out all of these emails that are already proven to sell. Like I said, I've sold $400,000 to $500,000 worth of, take a sip of water, worth of software subscriptions. And a lot of it was with these emails. So I give you proven emails that you can use. I do the same thing with the AI course. I got a bunch of emails in there, and I'm building out other email sequences as well that you can use. I also give you a list of over 100 other tools with affiliate programs. If you want to promote those, they're just publicly available tools that you can promote online. So whatever you end up selling doesn't matter as long as you automate it, right? As long as you automate some portion of it. Now, how are you going to outsource the system if you're not tech savvy? Again, it's really easy. You can use a website called onlinejobs.ph. I show you how to do it and how to hire people in the program. But really all you do is you find somebody that is tech savvy, somebody that is familiar with web development or anything online, and you say, hey, I just got this program. Could I pay you $5 an hour, $4 an hour, whatever it is, to take the program and set all this stuff up? Right? And then you can choose what you want. I would still recommend you go through the videos just to see how it works, but then hand it to somebody else to do it for you. And again, if you're not computer savvy and you don't know what you're doing, you don't have a fancy computer and you're just like on a, like let's say an older Mac or something, you can do this with any computer. It doesn't matter. I show you how to use virtual private servers so you can connect to any computer around the world. These virtual private servers are usually like $10 a month. And it's basically your own computer that works anywhere around the world. And you don't even have to leave your computer running. You can have this run on a computer that's, let's say in Los Angeles or something. Now, what is the special deal I'm offering? Now, right now, the program is a lot less expensive than it's going to be in the future. The price has already gone up a few times on the program. And so if you're not in yet and you're waiting, you're on the fence, I would get in now because you're going to get all the future updates. I've been adding a ton of stuff. When we first started this program, or when I first started this program, there was only like 15, 20 videos in it. Now there's over 50. I'm still adding to it. I'm still offering support. And in fact, you get all of the support that I'm offering in the program in terms of you get these individual videos that you can comment on. And let me show you how this works. You click on these videos to watch the different things in the program. And then you can comment on the videos and say, hey, how do I do this? I didn't understand this thing. Chase, what do I do here? And I help you out in those videos. I'll actually answer your questions. I also offer you 24/7 support if you email support@chasereiner.com. My team will help you with anything you need, day or night. And if anything doesn't work for you, we work through figuring out what we need to do to fix it. Now, can you use this to sell services or other types of offers? Again, you can use this to sell anything. The methods that I teach in here will apply to pretty much any industry. If you can set up the system that I share with you in here, and you figure out whether you want to automate traffic, opt-ins, sales, or all of it, it's going to be the exact system that you're going to use to sell pretty much anything online. So I'm hoping that I answered pretty much all of your questions. If I didn't, let me know, and I will do my best to answer your questions in the comments of this video, or if you're on the landing page and you're not seeing any comments, feel free to contact me at support@chasereiner.com and my team, and we'll do our best to answer any of your questions. But that's it. If you're not on the landing page, make sure you go to AIprofitscourse.com. Go check it out. I have another video in there that kind of explains a little bit more about this. But that's it. We'll see you in the next one. And until we do, happy money making. Thank you. Bye.